אתה הוא מלך אדום, לכו השלום, שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. בטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל, בכל ליל ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. כי אתה הוא מלך אדום, לכו השלום. אתה הוא מלך אדום, לכו השלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. בטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל, בכל ליל ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. כי אתה הוא מלך אדום, לכו השלום. אתה הוא מלך אדום, לכו השלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. Shalom Rabbi Yisrael.
Into our prayer books, in our Lev Shalem, our red prayer book, on page 5. On page 5, we welcome Shabbat with Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Ni leShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedkem leShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We turn to our Kabbalat Shabbat prayer, Lechuna Ranana on page 11. Let us go and sing to God. Let us trumpet praise to our Creator. Lechune ranina, lechune ranina, lechune ranina l'Adonai, lechune ranina, lechune ranina, lechune ranina l'Adonai. Naria, naria, letzur yishenu, nikadma vana betoda. Naria, naria, letzur yishenu, bizmiro naria lo. Lechune ranina, lechune ranina, lechune ranina l'Adonai, lechune ranina, lechune ranina, lechune ranina l'Adonai. He el gadol Adonai melech gadol Elohim asher b'nei b'ujaka v'rotzo seinu. Hayom Maria asher nishba'no v'tin v'tochir b'olei. 40 שנה כובדו ואומר, אמצו אלה בבהם, והם לא ידעו דרכי, אשר נשבעתי ויפי, אם יבואון אל מנוחתי. On page 13, Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash, we sing a new song to God. Shiru l'Adonai, Shiru Shir Chadash, Shiru l'Adonai, Kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai, Shiru Shir Chadash, Shiru l'Adonai, Kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai, Baruch Shemo, Basu miyom leyom Yeshuato. Shiru l'Adonai, Baruch Shemo, Basu miyom leyom Yeshuato. Shiru l'Adonai, Shiru Shir Chadash, Shiru l'Adonai, Kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai, Shiru Shir Chadash, Shiru l'Adonai, Kol haaretz. Sabruvim kavod b'chamim deotav, Adonai Eloheinu. Havu Adonai kavod ba'oz, havu Adonai b'shadotav. On page 14, Yismechu Hashamayim, let the heavens be glad, let the sea and all the earth rejoice. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam umelo. Yiram hayam. Yiram hayam. Yiram hayam umelo. Yismechu hashamayim. Hashamayim. Yismechu hashamayim. Hashamayim. Yismechu hashamayim. V'tagel haaretz. Livnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz. Yishpoteva b'tzedek. B'mi b'emunato. On page 16 at the bottom of Psalm 97, Or Chadash, Al Tzion to your light is sown for the righteous and the joy for the upright in heart. Or Zaru ala tzadik, Ole Yisrael simcha. Or Zaru ala tzadik, Ole Yisrael simcha. Simchut tzadikim b'Adonai, v'hodu lezecher kodsho. Simchut tzadikim b'Adonai, v'hodu lezecher kodsho. And we turn to page 20 at the end of Psalm 99. Romamu Adonai Eloheinu. We exalt God and bow down at God's holy mountain. Romimu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodesho. Romimu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodesho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romimu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romimu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodesho. Romimu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodesho. Page 21, Psalm 29. Mizmor leDavid, Havul Adonai b'nei lim, Havul Adonai kavod, Maoz Havul Adonai kavod shemo, Ishtachavu Adonai behadrat kodesh, Kol Adonai hamayim, El kavod hirim, Adonai hamayim rabim. Kol Adonai ba'koa, Kol Adonai behadar, Kol Adonai shover alazim, Vaishaber Adonai et hazehavanon, Vayarkidem kemo egel Levanon, Vesirion kemo vein re'emim. Kol Adonai chotzev lavotesh, Kol Adonai achil midbar yachil Adonai midbar kadesh, Kol Adonai echolel layalot, Vayechesov ye'arod, Uvehekalo kulo omer kavod, kulo omer kavod. Adonai lamavu yashav, Vayeshev Adonai melech leolam, Adonai oz le'amo yitein, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. We turn in our prayer books to page 23 as we welcome the Sabbath bride, the Sabbath queen with Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala B'nai Shabbat nekabela Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad Ishmianu el hamiuchad Adonai echad U'shemo echad L'shemo tiferet v'litila L'echad dodi likrat kala B'nai Shabbat nekabela Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha Ki mekor haberacha Merosh mikedem nesucha Sov ma'aseh b'machashava techila Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nai Shabbat nekabela Mikdash melech Imelucha kumitzeim mitorapecha Rav lach shevet be'emek habacha ve'uyachamol alaychem la lecha dodi likrat kala B'nai Shabbat nekabela Hitna Ari me'afar kumi livshi bigdei tevartecha mi hayad v'nishai ve'in halachmi karva el nafshi ge'ala lecha dodi likrat kala B'nai Shabbat nekabela hitoreri ki ba'oreh kumi uri Shir daberi kevod Adonai alayk nigla lecha dodi likrat kala B'nai Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala B'nai Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala B'nai Shabbat nekabela lo tevoshi velo tikami matis tochachi u'ma'atemi b'arekesu ani v'niv nita iratila lecha dodi likrat kala B'nai Shabbat nekabela v'hayu limshisa shosaych v'rachaku kol mevalaych yasisalaych Elohayich kimsos chatan al kala lecha dodi likrat kala B'nai Shabbat nekabela yamin u'smol Tiferot zive'et Adonai ta'aritzi ayarish ve'in parzi v'nis mecha v'nagila lecha dodi likrat kala B'nai Shabbat nekabela boi v'shalom ateret ba'ala gam besimcha Ovetzola tochemune am segula boi chala lecha dodi likrat kala B'nai Shabbat nekabela. Please be seated. Page 27. Mizmor shir leyom hashabbat tov lehodo l'Adonai ulezamer l'shimcha elyon ulezamer l'shimcha elyon lehagir baboker chastecha ve'emunatcha balelot alei asar balei navel alei higayon bechinor mizmor shir leyom hashabbat Tov lehodo l'Adonai ulezamer l'shimcha elyon ulezamer l'shimcha elyon lehagir baboker chastecha b'leilot alei asar balei navel Before we saw me to the yard, we are tamarum the alam Adonai. Kine Yavechio, we do but do in Shamai, we to Bishmonos Nai. Tzadikatamar Ifrach Kerezev Bavanon Yiske Sitolim Bebeit Adonai Bechatzrot Eloheinu Yavrihu Hod Yenuvun B'Seiva T'Shenim Beranim Yiyu Lehagid Ki Ashar Adonai Tzuri Velo Avlatabo. Page 29. Adonai malach ulavesh lavesh. Adonai ositazar. Aptikon teveval timon. Mikolo ma'im rabim adirim mishbereyam ani b'maram Adonai edotecha nemnu meod leveitcha na b'kodesh Adonai leorech yamim. We turn to our prayer books to page 39a as we begin the Mari portion of our Shabbat evening service. We rise for the Baruch, page 39a. Baruchu et Adonai Hamevorach. Baruch Adonai Havorach Leolam Vaed. Please be seated. Please continue together with me in the Hebrew, the same side of the page. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidbaro ma'ariv aravim, bechokma potech she'arim, uvivunam meshenei itim, umachaliv esmanim, sader et hakochavim b'mishmoteim barakia kirtzono, Borei yom v'layla golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or. Umavir yom umevi layla umavdir bein yom uvein layla Adonai tzvaot shemo el chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed baruch atah Adonai Amari Varavim. Page 40. Avat olam Beit Yisrael Amchavta Torah mitzvot hukim mishpatim otanu limadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shokveinu v'kumeinu nasiach bechukecha v'nismach mivrei Toratecha u'v'mitzvotecha leolam vaed ki hem kayenu ve'orech yameinu ve'orech yameinu uvahem nege yomam v'layla yomam v'layla v'avadechad simemenu leolamim baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. Continue praying silently, page 42. כימי השמיים על הארץ, ויאמר אדוני משה לאמור, דבר בני ישראל ואמרת להם, ציצי דקה בבתיהם לדורותם ולנו הציצי דקה לבתיכם. הציצי להם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם ללים בני עמכם. אדוני אלוהיכם אמת ואמונה. כל זאת וקיים אלינו כי הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואין זולתו ואנחנו ישראל עמו. המעביר בניו בין גזרי ים סוף את רבותיהם וצונאיהם בתומו טבעה, וראו בניו גבורתו שיבחו והודו לשמו ומלכותו. ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ומרים ובני ישראל לחנו שירה ושמחה רבה, ואמרו כולם, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. מלכותך ראו בניך בוקע לבני משה, זה עלינו ויאמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר, כי ודע אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מחזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גיא ישראל. We turn to page 45 as we ask God to spread over us his shelter of peace. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים השלום, מעתה ועד עולם. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ודם טובה מבניך. ושמור צאתנו, ובואנו לחיים השלום מעתה ועד עולם. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני, הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו על כל עמו ישראל, מהירושלים. We rise, page 46. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין פני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. יקדע ויקדע שמי רבה, ביום דברה חירותי, ביום נגמחותי, בחיי הון וביומי הון, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה, בעגלה, ובזמן קריב, ויאמרו, יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם עולמי עמיה. יתברך וישתבח, ויתבער ויתרומם וינשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי לקודשה. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, תמירם בעלמא, ויאמרו Amen. We continue with the Amidah, which is recited silently beginning on page 47. Say shalom bimromav, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, imru, amen. Yase shalom, yase shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'yimeru amen.
This is the week I start getting phone calls almost every day. It's not that I don't get phone calls the rest of the week, the rest of the year. It's just that they tend to be much more phone calls right before the holidays. And the phone calls come from people all over the United States because I have been at different times all over the United States. People I've known, people I didn't necessarily want to know, but people who didn't necessarily want to know me. But for some reason, we still have these ties. But 2 phone calls that come every single year right around this time are worth mentioning, I think. The first is, I get a phone call from a person who used to be a congregant of mine in New Jersey and who now lives in the Midwest, somewhere in the Midwest. We do have a Midwest, don't we? It's not the coasts. So, and she always says to me, just want you to know, Rabbi, the root canal is still working. Boy, if you didn't think that was funny, you won't like the other one either. So, well, that's very nice. The root canal a long time ago. And then the next phone call, or one of the other phone calls I got that day, was from another congregant from the same congregation, a past president of mine, who calls me and says, just want you to know, Rabbi, I have not had a fight with my wife since then. Thank you very much. Now, you need the context. The woman with the root canal got up in the morning, one morning, with this horrible pain. If you've ever had a root canal, yeah, that's exactly how it felt. So, and she called her dentist. Dentist said, come in. She came in, and so she didn't go to work that day. And while she was in the dentist's chair, since she didn't go to work at the World Trade Center, she didn't die on 9/11. And as far as the argument with his wife, the other congregant it's a long story and it's not worth it, but they were doing home renovations. And he had never had a fight with his wife before. They had a deal that she would do the renovations and plan them, and he would write the checks, which I thought was fairly good. So that one morning, she needed his opinion on something, and he didn't want to give it. And they ended up having this horrible fight. And he went into work, and he was so upset over the fight that he stopped at the subway station, and rather than go up to his office, he called her from the subway station to apologize. And while he was talking to her, his office was destroyed by the second plane. Now, to this day, they call me to remind me that they believe that they were saved by God's miracles, God's providence. Whether or not that's true, there's a theological absurdity to that type of belief. But we're not going to get into that unless you'd like to be here for the next couple of hours. Anyone, any takers? No. So the point that I'm making is, that was 24 years ago. They remember it like it was yesterday. But one of the things that I've noted over the past 5 or 7 years is the change in our remembrances and our rituals surrounding 9/11. Now, up in New Jersey and New York, they have memorials, and here we have memorials because of what happened at the Pentagon. But by and large, 9/11 does not have the amount of attention that it's been given in the past. And there are reasons for this. But one of the major reasons in sociology would be that as time passes, we tend to move on. And we see this in our tradition as well. There are so many horrible things that have happened to us in our tradition that we no longer think about or know about because they happened so long ago. It is a natural process to begin to assimilate the tragedy, to lean into it perhaps, but to move on. And that, another reason for it is that if we don't develop rituals that concretize and solidify our memories, or at least mark our memories, if we don't have the rituals, if we don't mark the day, a special day for this, then we lose it. Even if we mark a special day, we tend to lose the reason behind all this. I mean, think about, the reason we celebrate July 4th is because everyone wants to go to the barbecue and the pool. Isn't that why we do July 4th? And Thanksgiving, of course, we all know that we have to watch the Detroit Lions lose to whatever team they're going to lose to. And if you're not in Detroit, you give thanks that they have lost. So we lose, again, through time, the original reasons for these rituals unless we keep them close. And that's one of the strengths of our community. When you think about the fact that Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur and Passover and Hanukkah have been commemorated for thousands of years, and yes, we might not necessarily want to go to services on those days, but we are certainly aware of those days and what we're supposed to do. One of the strengths of our community is that these things are available to us. So I would hope that as we, by the way, I don't know if you're aware of this, but Rosh Hashanah is coming. Cantor reminded me today that Rosh Hashanah was coming, that as we approach the high holidays, it's much more than just an individual holiday. It's a holiday where the community gets together to commemorate our history and our values. And that is what Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur are all about. We'll continue with Kiddush on page 55.
I'd like to invite Harrison Shaw, who just had his bar mitzvah this past Shabbat, to introduce our bar bat mitzvah for tomorrow.
We recite the Kiddush on Friday night and Saturday morning at home and in the synagogue because it expresses the holiness of Shabbat, a day of rest and liberation. Chanting the Kiddush links us to our ancestors, bring blessings into our lives and homes, and gratitude to God. We now invite Seti Sawyer and Adam Gallipo, who will become a B'nai Mitzvah tomorrow, to chant the Kiddush.
Please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, b'shabbat kodsho, b'ahava uvratzon, hinhilanu. Zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom tehila, lemikra kodesh, zeher litziat Mitzrayim, kivanu v'harta, ve'otanu kidashta,
standing for the Aleinu, which is on page 56. Okay, you guys turn around, face the ark. Grab your books, Adam, turn around. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Aleinu l'shaveh Adon ha'kola, ha'tegedula le'oseh reshit, shelo asam v'goyei haratzon, v'lo samanu k'mishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam v'alkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu echol hamonav, anachnu horim, u'mishachachim modim, l'ifnei melech, malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu, she'emunah v'shamayim v'yoseh haaretz, v'moshe v'karov v'shamayim ima'av, u'shinatu zov, v'gohei
Meromim, Eloheinu, Od Eloheinu, Besulato. V'yadata hayom v'hashevota el levavecha, ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim, ha'im imah, v'ha'aretz, e'od,
Katu v'torateha, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, v'ne'emar, v'haya Adonai,
L'melech al kol haaretz, v'yom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. This week, we remember the Yortzites of Gertrude Bergman, Sylvia Bloom, Betty Chasen, Oscar Gilbert, Irving Goldstein, Harriet Goodman, Abraham Ingber, Celia Israel, Ronald Jacobs, Stanley Loring, Benjamin Marcus, Sandra McGuire, Beatrice Polkus, David Segal, Martin William Spickler, and Rosalind Tunis. We mourn with the family of the recently departed Jean Luskin. Will all those who wish please recite Mourner's Kaddish with me on page 58. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'olma divrach Yerutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, b'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam alomei olmayam. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudsha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'olma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen.
Thank you, Rabbi. Shabbat shalom, and mazel tov to our upcoming B'nai Mitzvah tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon. You guys have given us a preview, and I am very excited for tomorrow. It's going to be a wonderful, special Shabbat. And todah rabbah, and thank you to Harrison Shore, who has been an adult now in the Jewish community for a whole week, and you just showed what a leader you are already, bringing up the next rank and file. So thank you, Harrison. We look forward to welcoming everyone for the high holidays. I'm not reading the whole spiel that the office gave me. I've been saying this for months already. If you don't have your tickets yet, go online after Shabbat. The office has been so kind. The women there, they extended the deadline until Monday. They can't extend it anymore. They need time to prepare for us. make sure that you look at your packet and understand how the parking and shuttle buses work this year, as the property next door is under construction, so that you know what you're doing and you leave yourself enough time. I look forward to being with all of you on the holidays. If you haven't already and you have the capacity and desire, please contact Sam Lipson or the Office for Brotherhood. They are still looking for a few good ushers, and it's really important, and it makes all of our holiday go a lot smoother and more joyfully, and it's a very fun club. My son is in that club of ushers, and he'll tell you it's the best place to be on the holidays. Join Rabbi Bear for a variety of engaging adult education, seminars, and sessions again this fall and winter. They're not to be missed. Again, after the Shabbat, look on the website, look at this week's e-Garrett. You'll find all of the information. You will enjoy and come out uplifted and more knowledgeable. Tomorrow evening at 8:30, there is a Shlichot film screening, The Last Repair Shop, with an engaging discussion led by Cantor Capel afterwards before Shlichot services. I look forward to seeing you all there as well. And finally, the most important that I want to discuss is vote. Vote, vote, vote. We are truly the best congregation. We have shown that to ourselves over and over again by our connections, our heart, our lifting each other up and dancing together in times of good and bad. Let the whole community know it. Best of Voting is open. You can again look at the Garrett. Any email you get from the congregation has it at the top, or go on the website after Shabbat. I really would appreciate it, as new rabbis are looking to interview with us. It's great if they also know how wonderful and truly special we are. Again, Mazel Tov, Yasher Koach, and Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Karen. We'll conclude with Yigdal on page 62. יגדל אלוקים חי וישתבח, נמצא בעין היתר מציאותו, אחד ואין יחיד כייחודו, נעלם וגם אין סוף לאחדותו, אין לו דמות הגוף ואינו גוף, לא נערוך אליו קדושתו, כמון לכל דבר אשר נברא, ראשון ואין ראשית לראשיתו, הינו אדון עולם בכל נוצר, יורה גדולתו מלכותו, שפע נבואתו נתנו, אל אנשי סגולתו בתפארתו, לא קם בישראל כמשה עוד, נביא ומביט את תמונתו, תורת אמת נתן לעמואל, היה נביאו נאמן, ביתו לא יכל לפעל, ולא ימיר דתו לעולמים לזולתו, צופה ויודע סתרנו, מביט לטוב דבר בקדמתו, גומל איש חסד כמפעלו, נותן לרשעה כרישתו, ישלח לגיא שמין משיחנו, לפתום בקקקי תשועתו, מתים יחייל ברוב חסדו, ברוך הדיין שם נילתו, מתים יחייל ברוב חסדו, ברוך הדיין שם נילתו. Shabbat Shalom. Join us for Hamotzi in the green lobby, please, after you say Shabbat Shalom to your neighbor in front of you or in back of you. Introduce yourself.